This happened just a couple of weeks ago when I went to Walmart one night. I think it was about 8, and I went there to only get a few things. When I got inside the store, it seemed pretty normal to me. It wasn't too busy, and it wasn't completely dead either. I didn't waste any time and started walking to the right. The first thing on my list was to get some more soap. As I was walking down that way, I remember seeing a man walking in the opposite direction. He was wearing a shirt that said "Human Mammal" on it. I specifically remember seeing that, but afterwards, I passed him by and kept walking. After getting the soap, I then headed towards the back end of the store. I was over there getting the last several items, and it took me a little bit over 5 minutes. Then I headed back towards the front end of the store. When I made it a little more than halfway to the front, that particular area was very quiet, but there was one person there, and they caught my attention. It was the man that I had seen earlier, and he was standing in a random aisle just pushing things off the shelf. It was like he was trying to make a mess. The man had slightly long dark hair, was somewhat big, and a little bit less than 6'F tall. When I saw him doing this, I couldn't help but look. I was going to just keep walking past him, but when I got kind of close to him, I stopped. The man looked at me as he continued throwing things on the floor. I asked him what he was doing. I didn't say it in a way as if I worked at Walmart or as if I was mad at him. I was just genuinely curious. The man looked at me as I spoke, but did not stop his actions. After my question, he looked away and completely ignored me. I looked around and did not see any employees in the immediate area. When I looked back to the man, he was giving me the middle finger. I thought about saying something to the guy, but decided not to, and just walked away. Somebody would see what he was doing soon enough, and he would probably get kicked out of the store or banned. I walked the rest of the way over to the self-checkouts. Then I checked out and started to leave. Well, I guess as I was checking out, the man in the Human Mammal shirt walked over to me without me knowing, because as soon as I was walking into the parking lot, I looked back and saw the guy walking behind me. He was like 50 back, and at first, I wasn't sure if he just happened to be leaving at the same time as me or not. I don't even know why I decided to look behind me, but I'm glad that I did. The guy appeared to be looking right at me, which was strange, but I ignored it. I continued as normal and got to my car, unlocked it, and went inside. I wasn't in a rush to leave or anything, but when I started the engine and was getting ready to back out, I saw him. The Human Mammal had followed me all the way to my car and was now standing right behind it. He was looking at me through the rear window of my vehicle. I waited for about a minute, and he didn't move at all. Then I rolled down my window and yelled to the guy, asking him to move. He ignored me completely. He just stood there with barely any expression on his face. This guy was really confusing to me. I honked my horn, and he still didn't move. So then I turned my engine off and got out of my car. At first, the man still didn't move. I asked him what his problem was, and he still ignored me. I wasn't really sure what to do. I didn't want to get in the guy's face or anything because he seemed sort of unpredictable. I decided to walk back inside Walmart. As I went through the parking lot, the man calmly walked behind me, following me yet again. By the time I made it to the doors, he was maybe 10 feet behind me. When I walked inside, I wasn't really sure where to go, so I just started walking. But when I made it sort of past the self-checkouts, I saw a few employees standing around. The man behind me was still about 10 back, and one of the employees approached him. He tried to walk past, but another employee walked in front of him. I heard that they were confronting him about throwing things off the shelves of the aisles. Somebody must have seen him, or possibly he was seen on security cameras. This allowed me to get away from the guy, and I turned around and left the store while he was still there. This time he wasn't able to follow me. I left and haven't seen him since. Hopefully he was banned from the store or something. I'm really not sure why he did all of that. It was like he was just trying to cause problems. A peculiar air hung over Walmart as I roamed the electronics section in search of a new gadget. Amidst the array of gadgets and gizmos, my eyes caught a mysterious device labeled Reality Shifter. Intrigued, I examined the peculiar gadget, its appearance betraying no hints about its true nature. Without much thought, I decided to purchase the Reality Shifter, unaware of the surreal journey it would unravel. As I activated the device at home, the world around me warped and twisted. The mundane surroundings of my living room gave way to fantastical landscapes and bizarre creatures. I found myself traversing surreal dimensions, each click of the reality shifter opening a portal to a new reality. From floating islands in the sky to underwater cities inhabited by sentient beings, the device revealed realms beyond imagination. Yet, with every shift, a lingering uncertainty clung to my experiences. Was I a mere observer or an unwitting participant in a cosmic experiment? The aisles of Walmart, once filled with mundane products, transformed into gateways to the extraordinary. The reality shifter had unveiled a reality beyond the confines of the everyday, leaving me to navigate the whims of cosmic forces hidden within the aisles of a retail giant. As I strolled through the grocery section on another Walmart adventure, a peculiar item caught my eye, a can labeled Eternal Elixir. Intrigued by the promise of eternal life encapsulated in a nondescript can, I decided to delve into the mysteries of this enigmatic elixir. Upon consumption, time itself seemed to bend. Days turned into fleeting moments, and the passage of years became a mere illusion. I found myself witnessing the evolution of the world around me, from the bustling aisles of Walmart to the transformations of seasons, all within the span of a sip. Yet, as the effects of the eternal elixir manifested, an unsettling realization dawned. Immortality came at a cost. The world aged, but I remained untouched, a silent observer of the ebb and flow of time. The aisles of Walmart, once familiar, became a haunting reminder of my eternal existence amid the transient nature of reality. In the midst of mundane Walmart activities, I stumbled upon an unassuming book titled Whispering Pages. Intrigued by its minimalist cover, I decided to explore the contents within. Little did I know that this seemingly ordinary book held the key to an extraordinary narrative. As I flipped through the pages, the words whispered tales of forgotten realms and ancient secrets. Each page transported me to distant landscapes where mythical creatures roamed and cosmic forces shaped destinies. The aisles of Walmart, now a backdrop to my otherworldly journey, echoed with the resonance of untold stories. Yet, with every turn of the whispering pages, a subtle awareness crept in. The stories within the book were not mere fiction. They held a mirror to my own reality. The boundaries between the fantastical tales and the aisles of Walmart blurred, leaving me to question the nature of the stories I uncovered. These encounters within Walmart, each unique and otherworldly, became threads woven into the fabric of my experiences. The retail giant, once a symbol of the ordinary, transformed into a stage where the extraordinary unfolded. As I left the store, the mysteries lingered, leaving me with tales that transcended the confines of the everyday and echoed the inexplicable wonders hidden within the aisles of Walmart. I found myself in the fluorescent-lit aisles of Walmart, navigating through towering shelves stocked with everything from canned goods to electronics. The usual hustle and bustle of shoppers surrounded me as I aimlessly roamed the labyrinthine store, pushing a squeaky cart that seemed to have a mind of its own. As I meandered through the grocery section, a peculiar sight caught my eye. A group of employees in the clearance aisle huddled around a mysterious crate. Whispered conversations and nervous glances filled the air. Curiosity got the best of me, prompting me to edge closer, pretending to inspect a bag of discounted chips. Turns out the crate housed a shipment of bizarre-looking toys. Misshapen dolls with vacant eyes and limbs that seemed to move independently lay within. Rumors circulated among the employees, tales of these dolls appearing in different aisles when the lights flickered, as if they had a life of their own. The uneasy glances exchanged between the staff hinted at an unspoken fear that lingered after encountering these peculiar playthings. Undeterred by the ominous aura surrounding the dolls, I continued my journey through the store. The flickering overhead lights added an eerie ambiance to the sterile environment, heightening the sense of unease that lingered in the air. It was as if the very walls of Walmart harbored secrets, whispering tales of the strange and unexplained. As I approached the electronics section, a peculiar scene unfolded before me. A row of TVs simultaneously broadcasted a glitchy transmission, distorted faces and garbled voices emanating from the screens. The eerie spectacle drew a small crowd of perplexed onlookers, their expressions mirroring my own bewilderment. Store employees frantically attempted to rectify the bizarre occurrence, but the distorted faces on the screens seemed to mock their futile efforts. The unsettling transmission persisted, weaving an unsettling narrative that transcended the realm of technical glitches. It was a moment that left an indelible mark, a reminder that even the seemingly mundane confines of Walmart could be a stage for the inexplicable. The journey through the aisles took an unexpected turn when I found myself in the automotive section. Rows of car accessories and maintenance supplies lined the shelves, creating an organized chaos that mirrored the mysteries of the night. As I browsed through the assortment of products, an inexplicable chill coursed through my veins. In the midst of the car batteries and windshield wipers, a solitary figure caught my attention. A mannequin, impeccably dressed in a suit, stood motionless near the automotive fluids. What made this mannequin stand out was the uncanny resemblance it bore to a certain employee I had encountered earlier in the store. The disconcerting realization dawned on me. There was no employee named Steve, and the mannequin seemed to mockingly embody the persona of a non-existent staff member. The implications of this surreal encounter lingered, blurring the lines between the artificial and the real within the confines of Walmart. As I approached the checkout lanes, a sense of relief washed over me. The prospect of leaving the enigmatic aisles behind filled me with a strange sense of liberation. Little did I know that Walmart, in its vast expanse, harbored a myriad of tales, from haunted dolls to glitchy transmissions and mannequins that seemed to transcend the boundaries of reality. As I exited the store, the automatic doors swung open, ushering me into the night. The mysteries of Walmart lingered in my mind, a collection of peculiar encounters that defied the logic of the everyday. The mundane had, for a brief moment, transformed into the extraordinary within the unassuming walls of the retail giant, leaving me with a trove of stories that would forever be etched in the aisles of memory.